anything outside of school. He laughed and said he felt the same way. We talked for almost 10 minutes about school and music and this terrible substitute teacher we both had, and I could feel something real building between us before the bell cut it short. When Talia found him at lunch and started telling him I was obsessed with him, he looked genuinely confused. That's weird because she literally just told me this morning she's been too busy to breathe, he said, and Talia had to backtrack and mumble something about exaggerating while he walked away from her mid-sentence. I watched that from across the cafeteria, eating my fries one by one, biting the inside of my cheek because Talia looked like someone had just canceled her birthday in front of everyone she invited. Then on Thursday night, I saw them planning a weekend hangout at a bowling alley and coordinating exactly how to make sure I wasn't included. Talia typed, "If she asks, just tell her it's a small thing and we already have too many people." I texted Noor from my math class and asked if she wanted to go bowling that Saturday at the exact same alley. She said yes immediately because we had been wanting to hang out outside of school for weeks. We showed up at the precise time the chat said they would be there, and I acted completely surprised when I spotted them 4 lanes down. "Oh, that's so funny. I had no idea you guys were coming here too," I called out while waving. Talia's face cycled through about 6 emotions in 2 seconds before she managed a tight smile and waved back. Noor and I bowled for 2 hours right next to them, and I laughed louder than I had laughed in months, while Talia kept glancing over every few minutes looking like she was trying to solve a math problem that refused to give her an answer. At one point, Noor rolled a strike and I screamed so loud that Talia's entire group turned to stare at us. The chat that night was a full-scale meltdown. Talia accused every girl of telling me where they would be. One of them fired back that maybe Talia was the problem because she keeps outsmarting us and you keep making the same stupid plans over and over. Another typed, "Honestly, this is getting embarrassing for US, not her." Then Talia sent a voice memo that was apparently 2 straight minutes of her screaming about how I was ruining everything, and nobody around her was loyal enough to figure out how I kept winning. The group was fracturing right in front of me, and all I had to do was keep reading. Then one night I opened my phone to check the chat, and it was gone. I refreshed the app, searched through every conversation, checked every folder, but there was nothing because they had finally removed me. I stared at the empty space where the notification used to live and felt my stomach drop. Now I was completely blind. I told myself it didn't matter because I still had Noor. But the next Monday at school, Noor was sitting at Talia's lunch table laughing at something one of the other girls said. She didn't even glance in my direction when I walked past. I sat at an empty table by the vending machines and ate my sandwich alone for the first time all semester, while I watched them from across the cafeteria. Talia said something, and Noor threw her head back laughing in a way she used to laugh with me, and I had to look down at my food because it felt like getting punched in a place I didn't know existed. I told myself that Noor had probably been cornered into sitting there, that there was an explanation I couldn't see yet. But by Wednesday, Noor was walking to class with them and whispering in Talia's ear between periods like they had known each other for years. By Thursday, she was sharing earbuds with one of the other girls in the hallway, and when I said, "Hey Noor," she gave me this half smile that didn't reach her eyes and said, "Hey," back without stopping. By Friday, she was posting pictures with all of them and tagging Talia with inside jokes I didn't understand, and every single photo felt like a door closing in my face. The version of me that had felt so confident 2 weeks earlier felt very small and very stupid sitting at that table picking at a granola bar I didn't even want. I spent the entire weekend in my room replaying every conversation I'd ever had with Noor, wondering if she had been real with me, or if I had just been desperate enough to believe anyone who was nice to me. I almost texted her twice on Saturday night, and both times I typed the whole message out and deleted it because I couldn't handle the idea of her not responding. By Sunday, I had convinced myself that Noor was probably in the new chat right now, laughing at me just like the rest of them. The following Tuesday, Noor